It's Monday the 24th of October and it's a really strange weekend this weekend because we've had just 4 orders on Bricklink this weekend. That's across the entire weekend from Friday evening till now Monday morning at 8:35. And they're all very small orders at that. Now, on the flip side of that, if we look at Brickowl, we've had 15 orders. So there's a real imbalance between the two platforms there. So, you know, some people will say, oh, I don't bother with Brickowl, etc., and I'm only selling on Bricklink. Well, you could be missing out on quite a bit at times. But having said that, these again are all really modest orders. Nothing large or significant at all. Very low lot counts on most of them. You can see lots of sort of, you know, 1 lot, 2 lot, 3 lots, 4 lots, you know, not very much there at all really. So I don't know what's going on this weekend. On eBay, we've got 3 orders, which again is not very significant for a weekend. So all I can say is that it's the weekend before payday. So next week, being payday, may be a better weekend, or it could be that people don't want to be placing orders with the postal strike, which is happening tomorrow, Tuesday the 25th. Maybe wait until after the strike so that things don't get lost in the mail. Now, I have actually already, because they're all such small orders, already picked all of the orders. And all I've got to do is get them packed up and ready to be posted later this morning. So I've got orders pretty much spread all over the place. So as I say, you know, a reasonable amount of orders, but they're all just, you know, very small. But anyway, that's on the flip side, not a bad thing because it gives me plenty of time to get more stuff added to the store. And with that in mind, having come back from the container yesterday, again, I just called by because I happened to be passing and I picked up a box here that's got some bulk parts in. So some 2x4 whites, 2x2s, 2x3s, and then here we've got 2x6 bricks in white, more 2x3 bricks in white, and it's, you know, it's that kind of stuff in here, all sort of basic bricks that I assume was bulk for brick pickers. So I'm going to get that lot added to the store. Also brought another bag of 2x6 bricks that was there as well. And the reason for that is just that I've had a couple of orders in the last couple of weeks that bought a lot of 2x6 bricks in white and red in particular. I have brought more of the orange and black units back to empty out 3 more of those, which will be going into the store this week. And I've swapped the drawers out at this end of the room. So we've now got rid of the clear drawers and moved those to the container and put the coloured drawers at the back end here so that they all match up with the rest of the room. And these all have parts in as well that need to be added to the store. So not huge amounts, but all need to be added. Now we do have an issue that we don't have enough tops, so I'm going to have to order some spare parts for the drawers, which is one of the good things about these drawers, is that you can actually buy replacement drawer units, replacement drawers themselves. You can buy the tops, you can buy casters, you can buy the whole thing individually. So shipping is a bit expensive. For me, the shipping's about £13-14. So it's not cheap. But I'm going to order probably, I think I wanted about 6 tops, because all of the drawers that I've got under this part of the desk are also missing the tops, so I'm going to order some of them. And I think I'm going to order some replacement yellow drawers. If you can see here, this one that's almost clear is really a yellow drawer, and a lot of the yellow ones have faded really quite badly. So just for aesthetics, I'm probably going to order some yellow drawers and 1 or 2 orange ones, because you'll see there's an orange one that's a little bit faded as well. So that seems to be the only issue with these coloured drawers. I assume they were in a lot of direct sunlight at some point at the Brick Pickers store, and therefore faded because of that. But it's obviously it's not essential to do that. It's just that you know, we like the room in here to look relatively pleasing aesthetically, because it's, you know, part of the house, and people do see it as they're going around the house at times. So anyway, maybe what I will do at some point, if I just move back here, is if I can get my desk tidy at some point, is do a little tour update. Not that it takes much to tour around the room here, but would just show you guys in a bit more detail what's in the room, etc. So anyway, something possibly for the future, but I better go and get this lot packed up and ready to post. I've just been completing the drawer of minifigure heads that I started on Friday, and unfortunately I didn't get time to finish it. But I've just added all of those to this BSX file now, so lots and lots of heads on here about to be listed. I'm still going to leave the BSX file open for a little while, because I'm going to spend a hour or two going through all of this bulk stuff that I showed you earlier, and try and get some of these bulk bricks put away. Hope it's not going to kill my overflow too much. Some of the 2x bricks, like here, I am keeping in drawers that are full. So like this, for instance, literally just filling the drawer in, because they are turning over relatively quickly, and we'll see how we get on with that. Not sure after that. We're probably gonna try and get some of these more of the orange containers emptied. There's quite a bit of interest in people buying those, so maybe my next focus will be to get all of those cleared away and get those moved on. I'm just sorting through some of the bulk bricks and doing a kind of pre-sort, if you like. So what we've got here is a pile of 2x4s. Here we've got lots of 2x6 bricks. Here we've got 2x8s in red, 1x4s. We've got 2x2s over here in white and pink. We've got 2x3s over here, a couple of bags of white and some pink. And then when I got into the box, further into the box, I found that it wasn't all bulk bricks. So we've got some slopes, we've got some of these mortar type parts, we've got some of these clear containers, we've got a big bag of tires, and various other bits and bobs in there that we'll need to sort as well. Gonna crack on with the bulk brick and see what that adds to the store. So having counted and added the bulk brick, we ended up with 4,157 of these bulk bricks. Now the only thing that's in here that is not one of the bulk bricks is these 14 by 9mm tires, and there ended up being just over 1,000 of those. So about 3,000 bricks and 1,000 of the tires, and they have been added to the store. Now I'm just in the middle of going through the remainder of the items that were in the box, and there wasn't anything super interesting, I think, as we saw previously, so still got to work through these items, through these plates, and I'm just doing a couple of odd things here now, so we'll get those added in a separate file probably tomorrow, because I'm headed out shortly for a family meal for one of my son's birthdays. So better get cracking, get these listed, and then better go and get ready. It's Tuesday the 25th of October today, and although there's no Royal Mail post today, so I can't send anything out, I do have some orders and I'm going to get them picked and packed. Now on Bricklink we've got 4 orders, nothing you know, overly large in terms of lot count. I think we've got 15 being the highest there, and if we look on Brick Owl, it's a similar situation, 5 orders there, and the highest of those being 28 lots. Also got a couple of orders on eBay. Again, they can't go until tomorrow, and the dispatch date for those is listed as the 26th. But I have been picking the orders already, and I've come across a problem, and I wanted to show you this problem and explain what I've done to resolve it. So somebody in one of their orders has ordered 20 of these green flowers, and I went to the drawer that they should be in, which is drawer ZD007, which is one of the new rainbow drawers over there. And when I got there, there were only 3 of these in there, and there should be 34. So initially I thought I've just got a stock issue, and I don't actually have as many as I thought. But then I thought, this is a new drawer which I've recently populated with stock from the Brick Pickers stock, and I would have merged my stock with his. So I started to wonder if I maybe hadn't actually moved my existing stock to this location. So what I did was, on Brick Owl, I looked at the item, and in here you can see a history of when you added the lot, and if you changed the personal note. And if you look through here, you can see that the personal note didn't change at all, which would indicate to me that they are in the location they were put in originally. So I started to look at the dates, and these were first added on the 6th of October 2018. Now I did a search for that file. So I use Brickstore, and I keep all of the Brickstore files that I've uploaded in an archive. So what I did was I went through each of these files. Now unfortunately, the first 2 files that I found for the 6th of October and the 24th of January didn't actually have any data in there. I'm not really sure why. I won't go into that. But then I checked the 3rd one up, which was for the 31st of January 2022, and in here I found a file uploaded on the 31st of January 2022, and I opened that file up in Brickstore, and I could see that I did in fact upload just 4 of those items. But importantly, if I look across, it told me that they were uploaded to location SAY10. So I went and looked in SAY10, which is here. This lives up here in this range of organisers. And I had a look, and lo and behold, there they are in SAY10. So I'd simply forgotten to take them out of here and add them to the brick pickers stock when I move them to a new location. So thankfully my stock is correct. I will have 34 of those, and I can now merge these with Z007 store location. Hope that helps people who might be struggling to find things in their inventory. When you're managing a big inventory, these things happen. Things get lost, shall we say, in a different location to where you might think they are, and any tips like this you can have in your arsenal to help you find them will be invaluable. So Tuesday's orders are all picked and packed then, or picked at least, will be packed shortly, and a few more over here as well. And as I've said, there is no Royal Mail post today, but I did decide to pick these anyway so that I'm not sort of overloaded if I happen to get an influx of orders tomorrow, which would be nice. And this means I can now spend the rest of the day focusing on getting more and more items into the store. Not sure what that is going to be, whether it's more of the orange units or the drawers up at the end. I also want to try and spend some time and get these drawers labelled up now. I've only labelled so far this row of drawers because I wasn't sure what I was going to be putting at the end there. But now I think I've decided on how high I wanted to go. I'm now going to label those drawers, and I'll continue along here and here as well. The reason I waited was because I wanted those to be either sequential with these, or I might do what I think one of my subscribers, David, suggested, was to jump from the ZD0 range to a ZD1 range, and then a ZD2 range here, and then a ZD3 range there. Not 100% sure which of those methods I'm going to use just yet. So I was just finishing up adding the remaining items from this box that I was working on yesterday, and one of the items was a bag of this white wheel here, this 8mm diameter wheel, and I counted the bag, and there was about 415 of those in the bag. So I've looked in the Brick Pickers file to find those, because obviously as I'm adding them to my stock, I want to be removing them from the Brick Pickers file. And I found that they had a much higher quantity, being 1020, but that they were in a drawer D15. And I just checked and I hadn't actually gotten to that drawer yet. So here we have drawer D15, which, as you can see, has lots of these white wheels in as well. So I need to add them to the 415 that I'd pulled out, and I had already put them away before I realized there was more of them in the drawers here. So I'm going to work on this drawer and get all of these wheels sorted and put away, and then I'll move on to the next thing after that. So I managed to sort out all of the wheels that were in the other drawer and have sorted them out into a new drawer, which is ZD076. Some of the other wheels went into other existing locations, or maybe there weren't enough quantity to take up a slot of this size, so they went into another location. Now, I still do have a couple of drawers in here that haven't been sorted yet, and those are the ones where you see that they have an existing sort of Brick Pickers label still on the drawer. So I think what I'm going to do is continue to empty those so that I have somewhere to put more drawers as I fill them, while I'm still sort of emptying other bits and pieces over here, and while I get them labelled up. So with that in mind, this is the next drawer. This came from out of the rack here, and this is G2 or ZD or 54, which is my numbering, and it's basically a whole bunch of friends parts, torsos, leg assemblies, heads, hair pieces, etc. So I'm just going to get this drawer cleared out and see what we've got. I'm just looking quickly at the Brick Pickers file, and you see here these are the sorts of things that are in G2, so I need to get these pulled out of this file into a new one of my own and get those listed, and then we've got another empty drawer then that we can fill with other items. So I've got the latest BSX file ready to upload to Bricklink, and this one it gives us a total of 5,136 to upload to the store. That's in 90 lots, and it's showing a value of £788. And interestingly, what this has done is it has now reduced the Brick Pickers file to just below 300,000 parts. So that means that I am just over halfway through listing what Brick Pickers had catalogued. Now that doesn't mean I'm halfway through the container full of parts, because there was a lot more than what was in this file. But there were over 600,000 parts originally in this file that were already catalogued and were in the Brick Pickers inventory. So that means I'm just over halfway through, and I can't think how long I've been doing this now. Must be, I don't know, to be honest with you, 6 weeks, is it? Something like that. So still a lot of time to invest in this, still an awful lot to do, and it may be that we're getting through a lot of the bulk items, but there's still so much to do. Still drawers in here to get through, and still lots of the orange and black units to get through as well, but making good and steady progress, and I'm quite pleased the way that it's going so far. Wednesday the 26th of October, and I think we've got 8 orders today, but there's some good value in today's orders. This is the first order, which is just over 100 lots and is just under £100. We've got a couple of eBay orders. We've got a Luke Skywalker, and we've got some of the lettered dots there. Another order here, 129 lots, and this was about £56 or so. And then we've got 2 mortars. Now, sometimes I talk about the number of lots in an order and the ROI of that order, which needs to take into account the time that it takes you to pick the actual order. These 2 orders are approximately the same value. This is actually slightly higher value than this. This took, I don't want to be flippant here, but this took 30 seconds to pick. This took 30 to 45 minutes to pick at least. So what you have to account for when you're picking, etc., is that's 30 to 45 minutes that you could be doing other things that contribute to the store, growing the inventory, etc. So you do have to take your time into account when you're picking orders. Now, of course, this is what the job's all about, so I'm not complaining about the time that it takes to pick these, but just keep in mind that, you know, the value of an order isn't always about the number of lots in it, or you know, the bulk of the order. It's about the value. And you know, in the past, equally, I could have sold possibly 1 or 2 minifigures for the same value as these. So just something I wanted to comment on. And then 3 more orders here, all smallish ones. This one is from someone who had previously bought from me, and I'd screwed their order up. I don't know if you remember, I sent it to a wrong address, and they've been in touch with me asking to send this out to someone else, because this is an issue that they've got, where they've made a mistake. So it just shows, happens to all of us. The main thing is how you resolve the issue, and that you do it efficiently and as quickly as possible with good communication. And that's what I'm sure exactly what this seller is doing as well. So anyway, got to get these packed away and added to the other orders that we couldn't get posted yesterday. And what I am struggling with a little bit is some boxes to put these into, so I think I'm going to order myself some more new boxes when I finish this as well. So this is my next job. This is 5 times the Queer Eye Fab 5 loft set, which I have parted out in the past. Picked these up a little while ago from Lego and just have never gotten around to parting them out with everything that I've got on. And had an offer for someone to get them parted out for me, which I couldn't refuse really. And they're still actually finishing that off. They'll be finished in the next half hour. But I'm going to start getting some of this put away. I've got it all listed out in the brick store file, and I'm going to be looking through that and picking the obvious items that are already here to go away. And yeah, this should add about another 5,000 or so parts to the store, which will be good to add, and of course some minifigures as well. It's Thursday the 27th of October, and we've got, well, we did have 4 orders on Bricklink. You only see 3 here. That's because one was a local pickup and they've already been and collected their order. The others are picked, and I can show you them in a second. I just wanted to touch on them a little bit because one of them is again a largish lot count order, so 172 lots. I've been getting quite a few of these lately, and that one took a little while to pick, I'll be honest. What the thing I wanted to mention here is, you know, a lot of you are following with interest about me merging the Brick Pickers store acquisition into my stock and watching me try to grow the inventory. And here's a great example of why that is difficult at times, because just today alone, you're looking at, you know, getting on for 3,000 parts going out the door today. And like I said, I've had some other largest orders lately in terms of lot count and item count. So, you know, I'm trying to put new items into the store, and maybe I'm adding 5,000 to 10,000 a day. But if I'm losing 3,000, which is a good thing, obviously, because you're trying to sell them. I'm not complaining about, you know, selling decent quantity. I'm just trying to explain, you know, almost where you need to be to just maintain your inventory. You know, gets difficult at times. You know, it's hard to stay where you are without throwing more and more items into the store continuously, and that's all part and parcel of the process. And now on Brick Owl, we didn't get anything for Brick Owl, but we have got 5 orders on eBay. and we've got one of those still to pick, which has just come in. But I'll just show you the orders here. This is the order here that was the 172 lots, and it was lots and lots of smallish items, nothing of any great size in there, just lots and lots of small parts. But almost every one of them you know, was a reasonable count of sort of, typically they were ordering in 16s, 14s, 12s, 10s, etc. So there were none that were super simple with a, you know, lots of lots that you're just picking one item at a time. So it did take a little while to pick. Another order which was much easier to pick was this order, which is just one item, and they bought 341 of these 2x6 white bricks and wiped me out of those. And then we've got another order there that was just 2 lots, and then we have got 3 eBay orders there with another one still to pick, as I said, which were all for minifigures. Still got quite a bit to get put away, so still 2 trays remaining of the part out from yesterday. That was for the Queer Eye Fab 5 Loft set, and I'm going to be working on that again this afternoon probably, and we'll get that uploaded. So I think that's about it. I have had a bit of a panic on boxes with the number of larger orders going out this week. I'm a bit short on boxes, so I've just ordered some which will be coming tomorrow, and I need to see what I can find today to get some of these bigger orders out the door. So I've just finished putting away and listing the 5 of the Queer Eye sets, and that gave me an additional 4,972 parts to add to the store, which I've added to my log for uploads, and that gave me an extra 110 lots as well. So if I have a look on here, so this month I've added close to 78,000 parts in 1,934 lots for a value of £7,074. Now if we look at the store, although I did show you I think just there, I'm now at 568,805 items with 11,192 lots. And as I said earlier, you know, when you've got sort of 3,000 parts going out today, it's hard to keep pushing those numbers up significantly. I don't think I'm going to get much more added to the store today, but we will keep plugging away and get as much uploaded as we can before the end of the week. Friday the 28th of October, and we've got just 6 orders today, and those 6 orders, in stark contrast to recent days, have only got 8 lots across all of the orders, which is pretty incredible. So this little lot took literally like 5 minutes to pick, which again is a big difference to the hours of picking some of those larger orders. That means we're going to have more time to get more items uploaded to the store. I'm going to start with this drawer, which is F1, which is full of sort of little guns and missile launchers and triggers and what have you. More guns. Not a super exciting drawer, but they've all got to be done, and more to do as well. Now I do want to try and carve out some time to work on eBay though. I've got still a bunch of sealed sets upstairs that I'd really like to check and get them on eBay. With Christmas approaching, I'm expecting that some of those would move, so probably going to do a few hours listing some parts and then do a few hours working on eBay. So the drawer with the guns are all done and put away, and that got me just shy of 4,000 parts, mainly because of the number of triggers in there, and as we know, those you know, are extremely slow movers if they sell at all. So I'm not reading too much into the numbers, but it will increase the inventory size significantly. Now, next drawer up for me is going to be this drawer of these curved sloped bricks, and there's about 1,600 parts in here. There's a couple of other smaller volume colours over here as well. So I'm just going to get these counted and sorted out and added to the store. 2 more drawers complete and ready to put away. We've got inverted slopes here, and then we've got these round sloped bricks, and those plus the drawer of the guns and missile launchers, etc., that I did make up nearly 9,000 parts, which I will get uploaded to the store today. Now, in terms of what else I'm going to add, I'm just going to have lunch, and then I'm thinking that I'm going to spend some of that time that I talked about on eBay and get some things added to the eBay store. I do also need to try and figure out what I'm going to do with the overflow here, because it's now getting quite big on the top here. Some of it will go into the bins up on the top and on the bottom, so some of it will go in there, but I'm getting really tight on space. Now, one thing I'm thinking of doing temporarily, at least, is using some of the drawers over here as bulk overflow for now, because I've got a lot of empty drawers here, and it wouldn't take too much effort to get them all empty. And I've still got all of these drawers here, although, to be fair, these have got minifigures in at the moment, so they may need to move. And then I've got the drawers at the back. So there's still an awful lot of drawer space, and it would just get this lot out of the way temporarily. And maybe that's the thing that I'm going to do next, just to get them out of the way and get that top cleared off. Other than that, I've still got these orange units to do, but I'm not going to get to them today / this week, with it being Friday, so they're gonna have to wait a little bit. And I could do with tidying up. The desk is just an absolute mess here, but we might try and get some of that tidied up as well. So I realise now that I should have been recording previously when I was sorting all of the dimension sets out. I had my desk just covered in different dimension sets, and I was making sure that all of the parts were there and uploading to eBay. And the only ones I got listed, however, were these in the drawer. So we've got a Marty McFly, we've got a Green Arrow, Excalibur Batman, Gimli from Lord of the Rings, Cyborg, Legolas, Powerpuff Girl, Gollum, and we've got another Marty McFly there as well. So got those done. I'm having a bit of a sort of chilled sort of Friday afternoon, not sort of stressing too much. Managed to get these all labelled up with my own labels on here. Of course, we've still got the brick pickers ones which need to come off, and I will do that probably next week now. I did, I don't know if I told you about this, but I was using this stuff to get the stickers off, and it works really well. You basically brush it on to the paper label, let it soak a little bit, and then it comes off really, really easy. However, the problem I had when I was doing a row like this, and I did a lot of them in one go, I was high as a kite practically. There was a real smell in the room. I had to get all of the windows and doors open. So it's pretty toxic stuff. So you don't want to be messing about with that too much. My box issue is now solved. I did have a bit of a struggle with some boxes this week, and I had to make a couple up from other bits of cardboard and larger boxes that I had. But we've just got 50 boxes arrived, so we're all good now. And I think that's going to be about it. I haven't managed to get any of the overflow put away as yet. I've been working on the dimensions stuff, but you know, it'll get done at some point. No, you know, everything as it comes. And one of the beauties of doing a job like this is you do what you feel like at the time. You know, if you feel like doing a draw and emptying the drawer, you do that. If you feel like doing dimensions, you do that. If you feel like emptying an orange container, you do that. The biggest focus is really on, you know, what is going to drive the most sales. But when it gets to the end of the week and you've had a busy week and pulling orders and getting stuff uploaded, it gets to a Friday afternoon and you just want to chill out a little bit. But I think that's probably going to do me for today and for the week, and we'll get more of these drawers emptied next week.